All right, Cody's putting the last load of manure on. I don't know, he spread more than I said. I said 8 or 10. I think it was about 15. But that's good. We're gonna grow sorghum or bust. So I'm gonna go and disc that in. We're gonna start tearing her up. Should disc all right. So some of my, well, the first video I ever put on YouTube, Cody recorded me with this disc the first time we ran it. So I bought this 4230, and I mean I had nothing tillage wise size to it. If I find a moldboard plow, semi mount, 4 bottom, 5, my gosh, the idea of pulling a 5 bottom plow, that's practically mind-blowing for me. But I got this tractor, we got rock. Not that rock is nice for disc blades, but if I've only got so much topsoil depth here, and if I get, sure, deep tillage sounds like a nice idea. If I get much deeper than 10 inches, and 10 is pushing it, there's clay with rocks in it. I mean, this has got to be a old glacial lake bed that I live in here. I mean, it kind of makes sense the way things lay. So, it doesn't pay for me to plow deep. I mean, chiseling, I got granite erratics. I got every erratic. Giants Ridge just to the north of us, a glacier ripped every kind of, I got the chert, I got the Virginia slate, I got just about everything you could imagine. So I wanted an offset disc, so I looked for offset discs. You're not going to find an offset disc at an auction around here. Maybe a small one, and the food plot guys will run it up to the moon. They don't have enough tractor to pull it, but they don't realize that until it's already at their hunting shack. But so I looked around and and I said, doggone it, I'll buy a new one of these. So these are made, for some reason I've noticed that they like offset discs in Mexico. John Deere's plant is in Mexico. There they build their offsets. So this is an Industrias America. They're imported by a company in Texas. The actual where they're built in Mexico is on the tag, which by the way they riveted on there crooked, but hey. So it's 24-inch discs, 26 of them, 13 in the front, 13 in the back. It's split axle, so you've got this side, that side. The back is offset the other way, so you got more to one side than the other. Cutouts in the front, smooth in the back. Heck of a wind. We got a thunderstorm going to the north, but it's to the north, so it's not on us. So anyway, this disc, I looked all over. There were some around here. Originally I was thinking a 24-24. I was worried about how hard these things pull. I got 2-wheel drive tractor, no duals. If anybody's got a set of 18-4 34 duals, clamp-ons, we're already set to go. Somebody's had them on here before. I need to find a set. So this disc is 9 feet 8 inches wide, turned all the way like this. So that's not a great big pass, but it does a lot more work. I mean, it's sized pretty good for this tractor actually. If it's wet, I got problems, but as far as what we're gonna do here, the ground is damp west of the house there, but not a whole soggy mess. I went to, let's see, spring of March 4th, or we leave on the 5th. I think we left on the 4th. March 4th of 2021, I drove down to Oklahoma and picked up this disc new from it's in actually I don't know if it's pronounced Padden, Oklahoma or Padden, Oklahoma. I'm not sure how you say it. Nobody from down there ever said the name of it. D&H implement. I called them up. I had to actually wait for, this one was spring inventory, they were a little short. I waited for this one to come in. The reason I decided to go with the 24 by 26 is the gauge of the tubing. The 24 by 24, the tubing thickness on the 26, I don't know, they consider it like the next step up, so it's almost twice the wall thickness on the tubing as a 24 by 24, so I went heavier. The whole thing weighs 3,800 pounds. That was a shipping weight on a, well, it was, part of it was, I guess not really crated, but it was kind of boxed up for shipping. They set the main frame on the tires, a couple of pieces of lagging, put the gains on it upside down, strapped her down to the trailer, and we left here on Friday morning, got to Tulsa on Friday evening. Early Friday morning we left here, spent the night in Tulsa, picked this up in the morning. We got out of there about 10 o'clock after we got loaded and strapped down and everything, and then I drove all the way back, straight shot to here. So it was a marathon trip. Gas was not $5 a gallon at that time, and I appreciate a good road trip from time to time. So that's the story on this thing. I've had a couple people ask about this. I will get some disking video with this here, and we'll probably make a little standalone video on this. All right, there we go. I've talked enough about it. We'll get it running a little bit. All right, we got the offset disc running in this rice stubble. A few weeds, little clover, little grass down on this end. This wasn't worked nearly as good as the other side was. Got so hot and dry on me last summer, it didn't want to cut. And it was just like concrete. So it's cutting now. Got enough moisture in the ground here, it's pretty decent. About 6 inches. Wants to walk on us a little bit. I could maybe set it up a little different, but it's doing what we want it to do. wanted much more disc for this tractor. It does what I want it to do. I could be a little bit faster, but you know, covering more width, but hey, this is a 4-acre field. You know, I don't have a lot of big pieces. East of the barn there, when you get that, I'll put that back together. That's like just over 5 acres, 5 1/3 or something. That doesn't, and it's still got a ditch on one side. You know, it's not even a solid 5-acre piece. A lot of ditches around here. Immovable rocks from the old days. I've dug out some of those immovable rocks from the old days. I got one down here. Someday I gotta show you that I dug out with the 40. And when I mean dug out, I mean I dug all the way around it. But it shouldn't take us too long to get through this. I don't know, I was gonna go through it each direction with this disc, and maybe I still will, but let this dry a little bit. You hit this with the 12-footer, I don't think it'd take too long to get a seed bed. Shake the dirt out of those rye roots. Doesn't take too much. I probably will go both ways, just won't take me that much time or that much fuel to do it. Run a little easier going the other direction once it's chewed up here. So yeah, like I said, I don't know what sequence I'll put these videos out, but when I got time to edit, we will edit. Alright, we'll bring you back when we're doing something else good.